And we're back, another 12.5 laps here at the Burn. This time it's our women's A5000. Hit 1, Alice Oakley-Kerr. Our pacer is Georgia Griffith. Hit number 3 is Zoe Wood. Saskia Lloyd in 4, Vanessa Lee in 5, Matilda Cole in 6, Orla Shackloth 7, Matilda Harrison in 8, Isabel Klein in 9, Isabel Hume in 10, Jenna Schultz in 11, Karen Blaney in 12, Meg Oakley-Kerr in 13, Cassie Deege in 15, Amelia Morton in 16, Ella Mangan-Walker in 17, Amy Robinson in 19, Chloe Phelan in 20, Jessica Coyne in 21, Steph Condon-Gonis in 22, Alexandra Schultz in 23, Kiara Sullivan in 24, Taylor Werner in 25, and Nicole Lowe is in 26. So there you go. You can see them out there. I think that might be Amy Robinson out in front. Ahead of the pacemaker and Griffith, that's Klein, who's sitting just behind them there. And then that's Isabel Hume, who's right off in about 5th spot. And then it's just a big pack of them, all going to be working through well together here. So a big field. This is 24 women in this A5000. We'll give you an indication of times. It would be around, try and find it here, 16:15 would be your fastest woman. That's Sarah Klein, multiple time Australian representative. She's sitting there in 4th at the moment. So Amy Robinson wasting absolutely no time to get out in front. So absolutely flying here. This green light is at 15-minute pace. So Amy Robinson right now is going to go at around that 3-minute K marker, which is absolutely flying. Behind there, Taylor Werner, the American, is behind Griffith. Then it's Hume, who's sitting behind Klein. And then this is a massive pack. So Cassie Deege there now gets towards the front of it. And that's around 17 minutes, I believe, for that purple marker you'll see out there. So 15 minutes for the green light. Amy Robinson doing a good job to go and get after it. Georgia Griffiths is doing the pacemaking work there for Taylor Werner, the American. Sarah Klein, then Isabel Hume. Right behind her is Jess Coyne of South Melbourne. And then we had a big flyer from the pack go out and maybe try and get on the back of Coyne. So there's not too many quick 5Ks to get put on the regular. All these women will be chasing after a fast time, you would think. None faster than Amy Robinson at the moment, though, out in front. Probably just living on that 15-minute pace, maybe just outside of it. The front of the green light would indicate the 15, so just off it there. Georgia Griffith coming back to run once more. Taylor Werner behind her, then it's Klein, then it's Hume, then it's Coyne. In that order. Bear with me as I give you the rest of this pack because they are very closely bunched. So leading the flyers is Dedge, then it goes back to Oakley-Kerr, behind her is Sullivan. Try and find them in the middle of the pack here, it's Morton, then Canada's Jenna Schultz with number 11, she's right in there. Condon-Gonis, Alexandra Schultz of Williamstown also right in amongst it. So they make their way on through here. Amy Robinson is absolutely flying, just living on that green pace light at the moment. Just wants to stay as close to it as she can. Might get some company from Griffiths and Werner, who I dare say are also trying to chase after a low 15-minute time. But Robinson is going to go do it on her own, maybe with some company. Klein running at a good clip. That's around the 15:30 odd marker for her. Hume and Coyne are then next. As I mentioned, the rest of the field now tightly bunched. So we'll pay attention towards the front. Amy Robinson, Georgia Griffith, the new national record holder for the 1,000 metres set earlier here this evening, leads out Werner, and then it goes back to Sarah Klein. 16:15 on paper here for Klein. Then it goes Hume, then Coyne, Dedge, still leading this out with the Bankstown colours on. Then it's Oakley-Kerr. Right in behind her was Sullivan. And then you can see there Woods on the inside. The other Oakley-Kerr, Condon-Gonis now moving around. Shackloth there too. Schultz also there. So all working pretty well together, but towards the front of the field, you have to keep your head on a pivot here to just try and see where they're all at. It's Amy Robinson continuing to keep that healthy margin towards Werner and Griffiths and Klein, who's sort of been forced into a position to run this 5K on her own. So is Amy Robinson. So Robinson back to the pacemaker and Griffith, Werner, Klein, Coyne, Hume, Dej, Oakley, Kerr. That pack really hasn't changed all that much. There hasn't been a great deal of movement in there. All just happy to live around there. The purple marker, wherever that is on the track, is around 17 minutes, I believe. So Klein, multiple-time Australian representative across the marathon, world cross country. A very, very good distance pedigree in Sarah Klein. Next up, Izzy Hume, and then Coyne. These two in a really good rhythm, actually. That's a really good spot to be. Dej, good 20 metres back to this swarming pack. That's the best way I can describe it. And New South Wales athlete moves around there. That's Matilda Cole, who now puts herself in a good spot. Schultz back there too. All the Shackloff as well. So like I said, they're all living around that 17-minute marker. So the green light's starting to fade away now, that 15 minutes. And that's 15 minutes on the nose is that green light. So doing a good job, Amy Robinson. She's about to get some company though, which will be great. So she'll be able to tuck in behind Werner here and Griffiths. Unsure how far our new Australian record holder is going. But looks pretty comfortable at a recent clip here for Georgia Griffiths. Here's Sarah Klein into the home stretch. Now this pack on the back straight's going to go and get after Dej. That's the new move. As well as the rest of this field. Just wants to follow along with whatever moves. It's Oakley Kerr, the second of the Oakley Kerrs. So they're actually going to run together, the two sisters, which you love to see. Hume to Coyne to Dej, to the rest of this pack starting to separate. That's what that looks like. We'll get a good read on them as they come on through here, because now Georgia Griffiths has stepped off the track. So our pacemaker is gone. It's now Robinson who leads it out there from Werner. Now moving around it all is Schultz of Williamstown in a good spot. That's Cole just back from there. Also Chloe Phelan of Williamstown. Another one on the hip number, Matilda Harrison. So they're all continuing to move up the track here, all Shackloff as well. Here we go though, this is a duo now, they've merged together. So it was Amy Robinson out on her own, and it was Werner off the back of Griffiths, and now the American just moves on past here, Amy Robinson. So she'll get a reprieve for a moment here, Robinson. She can sit on Werner. They can work well together here over the middle stages of this 5,000 metres. So the American back there to Robinson. Then it's Sarah Klein, who's just chipping away here. A strong runner, always has been. Always had the staying power, has Sarah Klein. It's been a strength of hers throughout her entire running career. So the Frankston athlete continues to move on around. She sits in the third spot. Hume and Coyne hasn't changed once. These two have stayed consistent. They've stayed in those same positions. Big shout out Benny Lightknife down here taking some good photos on the way through. You need some photos, hit the man up. So here we go, Alex Schultz now leads out this next pack. And doesn't have too many joining her on the back of it, it should be said. So she's managed to stretch it out. Saskia Lloyd right behind her there. Then it's Meg Oakley Kerr. The next one leading the group is Zoe Woods. So this pack's starting to fracture up a bit. Matilda Cole right in that group. The next group making their way on through as well. And all the Shackloffs about to come through here too. So at the front of it though, it's Taylor Werner, the American. 15:03, her lifetime best. That won't be here today, but a win and a good performance will make a big difference in setting up a good 2025. So Werner to Robinson, 19:17 with 5 laps to go. Sarah Klein continuing to just chip away at what this group is doing ahead of her. That's what she does best, staying power. I mentioned it a lap ago. She's bridged that gap just a little bit each time. Hume to Coyne. Schultz then leading from Saskia Lloyd. So these fractions starting to push themselves towards some good times. So some big runs coming from this middle pack. Oakley Kerr now leading out that group, but it's Schultz still leading it out from Saskia Lloyd. These two on a mission, looking comfortable. Oakley Kerr, we've mentioned a few times, then to Zoe Woods. The one behind them there is Blaney, and then it goes to Jenna Schultz. Next one through was Kiara Sullivan, then Matilda Cole, then Steph Condigonis. The rest continue to impress. Amelia Morton as well. But here's Taylor Werner back into the home stretch. Amy Robinson in second place behind her, but Werner, the American, starting to get the best of this field. So bided her time well behind Georgia Griffiths. Robinson was strong. Sarah Klein continues to push. So Sarah Klein in this third spot, definitely one to watch over the closing stages of this 5K. Just remember that as we get to the later stages. Werner though from Robinson to Klein, to Hume, to Coyne. Very familiar sort of sentence. Then to Schultz, who's got a bit of a gap now on Saskia Lloyd behind her. A good group of four led by Oakley Kerr. He's starting to push. Matilda Cole behind them, leading out another group behind her. So it really is a game of cat and mouse at the moment. Back straight though, Werner. Still out there from Robinson, who has a very good kick on her, Amy Robinson. She's mile champion for a reason. She steps into this 5K now. Alex Schultz continuing to impress from Saskia Lloyd. Oakley Kerr now gets a reprieve from Zoe Woods. Blaney doing a good job on that outside. So too is Schultz. Then it's Cole, Condigonis, and then Sullivan. Next one up there is Lee. Moving through here is Dedge. Then another of the Oakley Kerrs. Then Chloe Phelan, and next one up there is Matilda Harrison. So here's your race leader. This is Werner. Back to Robinson. Back to Klein, who is just continuing here. So it's Werner, Robinson, Klein. 1, 2, 3. 3 laps remaining now for these women. So Werner doing a good job there. It's hard to run out in front on your own like that. Hume now takes a quick look around the shoulder to see the Coyne's still there. She is. Alex Schultz going from strength to strength, the woman from Williamstown. He's impressing here in this 5,000. It then goes back to Lloyd. Zoe Woods still out in front, although now just steps off. We hope she's okay. It rolls back now to the Canadian in Jenna Schultz. So Jenna Schultz after Saskia Lloyd, with Oakley Kerr and Blaney behind them there. Here's Alex Schultz, the Australian. So making their way around here, it's at the water jump now, is Werner, and Robinson gets joined now by Klein. So Klein continues to move. So Klein just around Robinson now. We'll see whether or not there's a response from Amy Robinson, but Sarah Klein has bridged the gap of about 70 odd metres back there and continues to move. Werner, the American, looks strong. She makes her way around some of the rest of this field. She'll have 800 metres to go when she comes down here to the start-finish line. So there's Werner. Here's Klein. Then it goes back to Robinson. 1, 2, 3. The 2 and the 3 have now changed. Werner, the American, from Klein to Robinson. All the Shackloff now moves through. Then it's Hume, then it's Coyne, then it's Schultz. As they continue to move on around Matilda Cole, you can see to make moves down there as well. As Schultz now goes up to Lloyd in some good racing. Hume to Coyne. These two have been inseparable. I've said that a few times. It's still Werner out from Klein. Out there from our early race leader in Robinson. But Werner has a healthy margin here. Here's Alex Schultz, a youngster. Continues with 800 metres remaining. So now our Canadian Schultz moves on past here Saskia Lloyd, who looks good, just needs to hang on there where she can. Looks comfortable though at the moment. Hard going here at the end of a 5K. Next one through is Blaney, then it's Cole, then it's Oakley Kerr, and then it is Lee. So here's the race leader. It's Werner. She's about to get the bell. 14:30, 14:31. That's at 32. Then it's going to be Sarah Klein at 14:35. So we'll see what she's got in her there. Sarah Klein in second. Amy Robinson sits there in third. Now moving on through will be the next one is Schultz, but she's a little bit away here. So up the back straight, the race leader in Werner. Sarah Klein grits the teeth. Amy Robinson in that third spot was brave, but she'll be in that third spot. Up the back straight to watch in the Puma colours. Here's Werner. And then Klein and Frankston in the white colours. So 200 metres remaining for Werner. She's at 15.08. She's a 15.03 woman at her best. Isabel Hume and Coyne now goes onto Hume's shoulder. So she's waiting for the bell. Coyne to Hume. We'll see whether Hume has a response here. Then it goes to Alex Schultz. She'll hear the sound of a bell in a moment's time. But it's Werner, the American, who will round out into lane number 3 and finish off this women's A5000. She had the benefit of the sit of our most recent Australian record holder in Georgia Griffiths, and she'll power on home here, ladies and gentlemen. This is your winner of the women's A5000. Outside to 3 if we can. Well done to Werner, 15.44. Klein comes through storming at 15.49. Amy Robinson, oh, she was brave earlier. Great race here from Amy. She'll be under 16, 15.57 for her. As we see, look at Coyne, absolutely motor over this backstage. So she was sitting off the back of Isabel Hume for a long way, and now she'll round in here to lane number 3 and finish off her part of the women's A5. This is a blistering last lap. We should have got a split on this. Absolutely electric from Jessica Coyne. 16.27 was the time next to her name. That's gone. 16.24 for her. Well done. Here comes Izzy Hume to finish off her evening as well. That'll go just on 16.30. A great race from her. And here's Alex Schultz, the youngster from Williamstown. She'll round out to lane number 3, right on 16.40 now, so she might get under that 16.50 marker. 16.44, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she's under it. Well done. The next Schultz rolls on through as well. Here's Saskia Lloyd to get under 17 minutes, and she'll get there. So 16.56 for her. Lane number 3 to finish off here, ladies. Well done. Blaney to Oakley, Kerr to Lee in that order. And they're all going to finish in a flurry. 17.05 it is. Matilda Cole through next from New South Wales. That'll be 17.11 for her. So great racing there as the rest of the field finishes things off. Well done here. This will be Nicole Lowe in those New Balance colours. Next one through is Phelan, then Condon Gonis. Then it's going to be Kiara Sullivan at 17.27. Salis Oakley Kerr now finishing things off. Well done, Matilda Harrison, who will go right around 17.30. Dej, who made a big move to get away from that pack. She finishes things now as well at 17.42. For our women's A5000. Great racing there from Taylor Werner. She was nearly had some company from Sarah Klein, who was fast finishing. To finish things off now is Orla Shackloff, who will round out our women's 5,000 metres from Sandringham. It'll be just over the 18-minute marker for her. So a good night here in Box Hill. Our women's A 5,000 metres all done. Taylor Werner, the American, takes it out.